Hi, and welcome to Jam-Packed Business Made Easy. My name is Jam Anderson, and I'm the CEO of Jam AI. And today, we're practicing exactly what we teach. You're about to listen to a podcast that's truly automated with our AI hosts, who are now our new friends. We also would like to invite you to listen to our podcasts that come out every Friday, where Flora is interviewing entrepreneurs just like you. We're exploring authentic challenges and discovering practical solutions together. Speaking of community, if you're looking for a community, you can find us on the School platform. Just search for the #1 community for entrepreneurs. All right, let's dive in.
Okay, let's unpack this. We're looking at this fascinating intersection between, high-level mindset and a really practical technology. We're diving into a topic that's been everywhere lately. The 7 things to tell yourself every day framework from Mel Robbins. It's pure foundational inner work.
It is. It's all about emotional regulation, grounding your beliefs, and really creating that psychological runway for what you hope will be your best year yet.
Right.
It tackles that internal voice, the one of self-doubt and procrastination. It tackles it head on.
But here's the angle we want to take for you. For the learner, the business owner, the person who's constantly navigating marketing, content, all of it.
Yeah, the daily juggle.
What happens when we take these powerful mindset reminders and, pair them directly with the most potent support tool you have today, artificial intelligence?
Because systems and strategy are critical, we know that. But the moment you bring AI into your workflow, your underlying mindset is what really dictates success. Well, do you trust it enough to delegate? Do you actually experiment with it? And crucially, do you allow the systems it builds to make your life feel lighter?
Or do you subconsciously sabotage it because you think success has to feel like a struggle?
Exactly. That's the core question.
So our mission today is to create a blueprint. We're pairing inner clarity, the mindset from Mel's work, with outer systems and support, which we'll call implementation with Jamut. We're looking at these 7 reminders and giving you a concrete AI-supported daily cue for each one. We're focusing on sustainability and ease, not just pure efficiency.
I think we should just say it up front. Mel helps you reset how you think about your life. Jamut helps you reset how you work, with AI as your everyday support partner.
That shift from pressure to partnership?
That's everything.
Let's jump into the first 3 reminders then. They really focus on getting rid of that friction, the mental and admin stuff that just keeps us stuck.
Right, the things that kill momentum before it even starts.
Okay, reminder number 1. You don't have to do this alone. Mel's angle is all about self-compassion. You are worthy of support.
But if you're a solopreneur or a small team, that kind of human support can feel, impossible to find or just too expensive.
And this is where AI plugs that gap. It becomes the simplest, most immediate form of daily support you can get.
It's right there. It's not a tool so much as an instantly available junior assistant or thinking partner. The internal mindset shift you're going for here is, I deserve support.
I think people miss this part. They see AI as just a productivity tool, not emotional support.
Oh, totally.
But if you have, say, 17 scattered notes and voice memos about a project and you feel that anxiety rising, asking an AI to synthesize that mess into 3 bullet points is radical support.
It finds the clarity for you. It's not just about drafting an email anymore. It's about being a data assistant that reads 50 pages and gives you a summary.
Or a brainstorming buddy. You give it your messy ideas, and it gives you back a coherent outline for a talk.
Exactly. So the practical cue you can ask yourself every day becomes, where can AI remove friction for me today? That's high leverage support.
It reframes it. AI stops being this impressive tech and becomes a foundational utility for just, daily ease.
Which perfectly sets up reminder number 2.
Right. Tiny progress counts more than perfect plans. This one is the absolute killer of momentum. We all know that trap of analysis paralysis.
Trying to architect the perfect funnel or the flawless plan before you've taken a single step.
And Mel reminds us, the only way forward is to start small and just keep going.
And AI helps you take that first step faster. It makes the monumental feel manageable. For a solo business owner, the risk of testing a new idea is often just too high. It takes too much time.
Right. But what if you could tell an AI to take your service description and in 60 seconds give you 5 different subject lines, 3 calls to action, 2 Instagram captions?
You've instantly overcome the inertia. The terror of the blank page is gone. You now have something real to test.
The internal validation just becomes progress matters. It's not about perfection.
It just lowers the emotional stakes of prototyping an idea. It's the difference between spending 2 days on one social media post versus 2 hours running 10 small tests.
So instead of staring into the void, your daily cue is, what's the smallest next step I can take, and how can AI speed that up right now?
And if you combine those first two, you're tackling isolation and procrastination. And that brings us right to number 3.
Reminder number 3, you are allowed to make things easier. This one. This is tough for a lot of people, especially anyone who came up in that whole hustle culture era.
It really is. Ease is seen as a weakness, isn't it?
Yeah, and Mel's point is that ease is sustainability. We wear unnecessary struggle like a badge of honor.
I always wonder why we resist this so much. It's almost like a moral thing for some people, feeling the grind.
I think we equate struggle with value. If I struggled for 10 hours, the result must be valuable.
But the whole point of AI in this context is to lighten that cognitive and admin load so your human energy goes to the meaningful work. Strategy, creativity, connection.
The mindset theme is just so powerful. I release unnecessary struggle. It means spotting those repetitive, low-leverage tasks and just automating them.
Are you rewriting the same client email every single month? Are you manually transcribing call notes?
If the answer is yes, you are struggling for no reason. AI can templatize that, reuse it, repurpose it instantly.
A great example is taking a long blog post and having AI generate 15 different versions for all your social platforms. You only did the hard work once.
That's real leverage.
Yeah.
So if a task feels heavy, your cue is simple. How could AI make this dramatically lighter right now?
Allowing yourself that ease is the key, and that transitions us perfectly into the next set of reminders, which are all about sustainability and growth.
Okay, reminder number 4 is so critical. Your life matters as much as your goals. Mel is so clear on this. You have to protect your peace, your energy. Your nervous system matters just as much as your quarterly revenue.
This one flips the script on so much business advice. And with AI, it means the tool gives you time back. So your business actually supports your life, not the other way around.
The goal is sustainable success.
Exactly. AI is a tool for protecting your bandwidth, your health, your peace.
But how does an AI defend your boundaries? I can block my calendar, but if the emails are piling up, I still feel that pull to work.
It defends your boundaries by handling the output. It can automatically categorize your emails, draft low-urgency holding responses, summarize campaign results without you running reports.
So if the machine is processing data while you're offline,
The mental pressure to constantly check in just goes down.
and that hour you reclaim, it isn't meant for more work. It's for life, for rest. Your daily cue has to be, how can I use AI today to reclaim an hour back for my life?
And that time is the ultimate sustainability metric. Because if you hit all your goals but you're burnt out, what was the point?
Which brings us to number 5. You're allowed to learn and iterate. This speaks directly to that paralysis of perfectionism.
We overthink everything instead of just testing it.
The AI implementation here is about making experimentation light and safe. Because AI makes prototyping so cheap and fast, it just lowers the stakes of being wrong.
You don't need to know everything now. You just need to be willing to try things, get feedback, and pivot. The mindset is, growth is allowed.
I see strategists use AI to challenge their own assumptions. They'll feed it a plan and say, generate 3 potential failure points for this.
Oh, that's smart.
It forces faster iteration without the ego of arguing with a person.
It really does. Experimentation becomes so much lighter. If the prototype fails, you just hit regenerate. So your cue becomes, what low-stakes experiment could I run this week with AI as my assistant?
It really democratizes testing, doesn't it? You don't need a huge budget anymore.
Not at all.
Okay, moving to number 6. Your human voice and values matter. This is the big fear with AI, right? Losing your authenticity.
Sounding generic, yeah. Mel's reminder is, you are not your productivity. The core idea is, I show up as myself.
And this is the essential balancing act for any of us using these tools. AI is great for consistency, but it can't replicate your lived experience or your values.
Your humanity is your advantage. That's the key.
I think the mistake people make is asking AI to create from a blank slate. That's where you get the generic voice.
Right.
The powerful way is to feed it your best content, your mission, your stories, and then ask it to rephrase or amplify your message.
Precisely. You're using it to communicate your core message more clearly and consistently. AI assists, but you have to lead. Your heart and your story are the input.
It's a polisher and an amplifier, not a replacement. So the daily cue is about articulation. How can AI help me say what matters most more clearly and consistently while keeping my unique voice?
And that ensures even when you're optimizing for speed and ease, the output is still driven by your human insight.
And finally, reminder number 7, you are allowed to grow at your pace. There's no race. Momentum is so much more important than speed.
This is the cumulative effect of everything else. The philosophy here is that AI is not meant to feed the hustle culture. It's meant to build sustainable systems that align with your season of life.
So whether you're scaling up or you need to pull back for personal reasons.
The mindset validation is simple. My pace is valid.
And when you have that support system in place, the ease, the iteration, the clarity AI becomes this quiet, steady helper, not another source of pressure.
It stabilizes the business while you attend to your life. The final daily cue is really a self-reflection. What would true sustainable success look like if AI handled the heavy lifting?
Okay, so we've laid out the inner work, the outer tools, the daily cues, but how do we actually bridge that gap? How do we make sure the implementation is serving the mindset?
This is what I call the translator concept. You need a system, maybe it's something like Notebook LM or a custom GTT, that can ingest both your inner clarity documents and your workflow material.
So you're putting 2 different bodies of knowledge into one place. Let's break that down.
On one hand, you have the Mel Robbins content. It's soft, human goals like protect my peace, release struggle.
Now, on the other, you have the Jamelt stuff. Hard logistical goals like automate client follow-up or speed up prototyping.
And those two things can feel like they're in conflict, right? The thought is, I need peace, but I also need 10 times growth. The translator system is designed to reconcile that. When the tool sees both your workbook reflections and your workflow guides, its role changes. It becomes, help me apply Mel's mindset specifically within my AI-powered business.
That makes the interaction so much more intentional. You stop asking it to just write a post.
And you start asking it to align your output with your values and your energy levels.
Can you give an example of a prompt like that?
Sure. You could say, using Mel Robbins' theme that your life matters as much as your goals and Jamit's philosophy, help me design an AI workflow that handles 80% of my lead qualification so I can reclaim 90 minutes every day.
Wow, that is incredibly specific. It's not just asking for a task. It's asking for a system built on a value.
Exactly. Or another one, turn these reflections from my workbook, specifically my need to protect my energy, into 3 actionable weekly AI workflows. The Jamelt way.
The technology becomes a strategic partner. It's making sure your systems are built on your values, not just on market pressure.
That's the whole idea.
This has been such a practical deep dive into what it looks like to stop battling yourself and start partnering with support, whether that support is mindset work or AI.
There are 2 sides of the same coin.
The central takeaway for you listening is this. You absolutely do not have to grind yourself into the ground to grow. AI is here to support you, not stress you out.
When you pair that solid inner foundation, the mindset, with these robust outer tools, you create a business and a life that just feels fundamentally lighter.
And we want to remind you that this was all inspired by Mel Robbins' work, her podcast, and the free Best Year Ever workbook. It's a fantastic resource for starting that inner work.
Definitely check that out.
Use that for reflection and then apply these AI cues directly to what you find.
And to leave you with one final thought, this is based on that last reminder, number 7, about growing at your own pace.
Go on.
If AI successfully removes all that administrative friction and it allows you to achieve sustainable success at a healthier pace, what deeply ingrained belief about the necessity of hustle, that self-inflicted pressure, are you finally ready to question and maybe permanently discard? Because that belief is likely the last roadblock standing between you and true ease.